He's not going to tell you. He won't announce it. He won't fall to his knees. He won't storm out of the room or throw things or yell, "I'm done." Because the ones who break the hardest don't do it loudly. They don't warn you. They don't ask for help. They just start fading. He still wakes up, still shows up, still does what he's supposed to. But the fire behind it, it's gone. He doesn't talk like he used to. Doesn't laugh the same way. He's there, but some part of him isn't. And the world, it keeps clapping for him, piling more on his shoulders, mistaking endurance for invincibility. Is a tired soul a man running on memory, a heart carrying too many unspoken storms? It's the story of anyone who is taught to carry without complaint, to keep smiling, to never ask. And now, we're pulling that silence into the light. Because if no one else sees how tired you are, this video will. They think tired means bags under your eyes, yawns in the morning, a complaint here and there about not getting enough sleep. But that's not the kind of tired he carries. His tired doesn't sleep. It doesn't clock out. It doesn't vanish after a weekend. His tired is the kind that eats from the inside. That blurs days together. That makes you forget who you were before everything became obligation. He's tired of always being the one who gets up first, the one who pays, the one who listens, the one who doesn't fall apart and still they expect more. Because he's always delivered, because he doesn't say no, because no one notices when the giver begins to drain. He's tired of having no room to be tired. Because the moment he slows down, everything around him begins to wobble. The people, the systems, the world that quietly depends on him staying strong. And so he keeps moving, but he's not living. He's enduring, and that's the exhaustion no one talks about. But what happens when even endurance starts to wear thin? That's where we go next. He tells himself it's nothing, that he's just tired, that he'll push through like always. But the thing about holding everything in is that the cost doesn't show up right away. It builds. Like pressure behind a dam, like weight added to your chest, 1 quiet ounce at a time. You tell yourself it's just a bad day. Then it becomes a bad week, then a bad month, and still you show up. Not because you feel strong, but because you're scared of what might happen if you finally stop. You don't even know how to ask for help. Not really. You've become fluent in suffering quietly, but the body remembers. The heart remembers. Even if the world doesn't. The burnout isn't just in your bones. It's in your soul. You forget what joy felt like. You forget how to be present. You start watching your own life like an outsider. People say you've changed, but they don't ask why. They don't ask what changed you, because they assume strength has no expiration. Because you've made pain look easy. But the truth is, you're not okay. You haven't been for a while. You've just become good at pretending. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. And you're not weak for feeling this way. Drop a comment. You don't have to explain everything. Just let the silence break a little. Let someone in. Because when no one asks, the silence grows louder than the pain. But something happens when you finally speak. What if you didn't pretend today? Just once. What if instead of the usual "I'm fine," you said, "I'm tired." Not tired from lack of sleep. Not tired from the traffic. But tired, deep, soul-heavy tired. What if you let someone see that? Not everyone would understand. You know that. Some might flinch. Some might retreat, because they've only ever known you as the strong one. But someone might listen. Someone might say, "I've been there too. Tell me more. Let's get through this together." Because silence protects you, but it also isolates you. It creates a wall that no one even knows they're supposed to climb. And behind that wall, you start to forget what connection feels like, what ease feels like, what it means to not carry it all. But the moment you speak, even if it's messy, even if it's awkward, even if it scares you, the wall begins to crack and light gets in. Maybe today isn't the day you tell everything, but maybe it's the day you tell something. Because pain doesn't always need a solution. Sometimes it just needs a witness. And maybe that witness is watching this video right now. Maybe they're in the comment section. Maybe they'll read your words and feel less alone too. Because healing doesn't begin with fixing, it begins with revealing. And what happens when you start being honest with yourself? That's where we're going next. You've been taught that rest is laziness, that slowing down is weakness, that your value comes from your output, from the checks you write, the people you support, the chaos you absorb without flinching. But what if that wasn't strength? What if true strength was saying, I need a break, I need help. I matter too, because the body will keep score. The mind will start forgetting joy. And eventually, even the strongest ones collapse. But it doesn't have to get there. You don't have to crash to earn rest. You don't have to break to deserve care. Rest is not the reward for collapsing. It's the right of anyone who's carrying something heavy, and you've been carrying more than most. So this is your reminder. You can stop for a moment. You can breathe. You don't have to keep proving your worth through pain. Take a day, take a walk, take the nap, turn off your phone. Let yourself be cared for, even if it's just by your own hands. You don't need to disappear to be missed. You just need to be honest enough to stay. If you felt guilty for needing rest, say it below. Let someone else know it's okay to be human here. You never know who needs permission to do the same. Because maybe the bravest thing you'll ever do is let yourself recover before it's too late. But what happens after the silence breaks? Here's the conclusion. Scene. Even in the quiet for the video, you don't know how tired he is, because he won't say. This ending is both soft and strong, a whispered truth meant to leave the listener with hope, reflection, and a sense of quiet victory. You don't need to explain everything. You don't need to fight for space in rooms that only notice your silence when it turns into absence. You've already fought long enough. If no one else has said it, you are seen. You are not invisible. And you're not wrong for needing more than survival. There is strength in stillness, in choosing yourself, in admitting that even the reliable ones have a limit. So today, you don't have to fall apart to be noticed. You don't have to bleed to be believed. Let this video be your quiet rebellion, your permission slip, your reminder that your tired is real and it matters. And if this spoke to you, then don't keep it to yourself. Share this video. Leave a comment, even if it's just, that's me. Subscribe, not because we need numbers, but because this space is for people like you, the ones who carry more than they say, but don't have to do it alone anymore. Because sometimes the softest voice is the strongest one in the room.